upload speed's gone up, but.
Alright, let me try to locate pull your modem right quick. Give me just a few minutes.
Okay.
And I can do that from this end, being that we're tech support. But let me pull up your modem for you.
Okay, take her off a speaker or go outside. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you hear us? Can you see us? Loud and clear. All good for now. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the last time that this happened, I called them. It never even got this far. It started. Like, I don't know if someone locally lives really close to the shop. And
Well, Robyn's on the phone with the internet folks to see if they can get fixed throughout. So we're gonna carry on and carry on. Okay, so recap. Keto Country Homestead. Plateau video about keto, week 4. Go like that video. Pray for Elk and Anchor Homestead as they're going through these trying times. Keto currently at 61 likes. Nice. Nice. Love it. Love it. All right, so let's talk about what we got going on our homestead right now. We are tearing up our front yard. You guys remember that we announced our 2019 garden plan, which was to help educate and build the confidence of folks that are living in neighborhoods, folks that are living in apartments, to be able to help them and encourage them. Encourage was the word I was looking for. Encourage them to get off of this broken food system. Now, granted, they're not going to be able to get completely off of it. I got it. But every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. If they grow a tomato plant in a container and they grow enough to be able to make enough tomato soup to last them through the year, that's a benefit. And so we started that process today. We got a couple of sponsors to help us out. We announced that Baker Creek is sponsoring us in this endeavor. Their information is on the little ticker banner across the bottom of our live stream right there. So if you guys are thinking about buying some heirloom seeds, please go visit our sponsor, Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and tell them that Big Bear sent you. We would appreciate it. Let them know that they're getting some love from us as well. We have another sponsor that we are going to be announcing this week. We're going to be doing a open boxing of the sponsor, what they sent us. Super crazy excited about that. We started dropping trees today. We have a total of 7 trees to try to get on the ground this weekend. While Blaze is home, because Blaze is in jailer's school. And so I feel a lot more comfortable cutting trees down with my son here, so I can watch his back and he can watch mine. And so we're putting 7 on the ground. So while he's at school next week, I will be, of course, making the videos and doing my online courses and teaching the girls at homeschool. But I'll also be going out and limbing these trees up and cutting them up so that way we can rack and stack for firewood next season. There's a major hint right there of who the second sponsor is. Yes, we've got broccoli going now, Dutch. Unfortunately, I think I may have to start over. I think Ladessa got a little anxious, and she may have given them root rot. She had them soaked. And so we're trying to dry them out and trying to bounce them back. But it's funny. It's funny. I know another YouTube channel that states that he won. I don't know. But we've also got we got the broccoli, the Brussels sprouts, and the cauliflower going. They are going out into our cold frames. If you missed that cold frame video, we put that one out already. And so we are super excited about that. So the whole concept of growing food, not lawns, came about hardcore right about the peak of, well, it was always there before, but I mean it got very popular in the peak of the recession. A lot of folks got hit hard in the 2008 recession, and people started having to go toe to toe with homeowners associations and stuff like that. And so the way that I'm going to attack this is we're going. So far so good, but it just started getting blurry again. Hello, Larry Johnson, Two Creek Outdoors. We are going to try to make it have really good curb appeal also.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, what were we talking about that I missed?
Well, I shouted out our sponsor, Breaker Creek Heirloom Seeds.
Pardon me while I adjust myself here. Okay.
I gave a teaser about the next sponsor that we're going to be announcing this week.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay. Cool.
You mean whoops?
Well, he said, I guess I should switch over to Red Dutch's farm. Be right back. I'm trying to grow food again because Brexit will mess up our food chain. Yeah, see, she's got the same kind of issues. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love when people try to tell you that, well, you're paying for this, so if you're getting that, you should be happy. No. Because I'll pay for that and be happy, not what I'm paying for and being happy. Sorry. Anyway.
Homestead in the Highlands brings up a really good point.
Uh-huh. What the crap? They heard me say that.
They're going. Britain is leaving the European Union. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, we are not that far off from having the same type of situation here. With our government shutdown, that really opened up a lot of eyeballs here about our food system. The government shut down for what? A little over a month? Let's be honest, and I'm not talking bad about anybody that works for the government, but people are people. I would be the same. Dutch would be the same. Rose would be the same. If you're just going to a job and doing the work and you know you're not getting paid, after a while, you're not going to be putting your best foot forward. You're going to be going through the motions. There was a great meme that came out on Facebook the other day. It's about a welder who went for a job interview. And they said the job pays anywhere from $15 an hour to $30 an hour. And then it showed two pictures. They asked him to perform some welds. And the first one was ugly. It looked like a weld I'd do. It was ugly. And then the one on the bottom was beautiful. And they asked him, they said, what's up with the two welds? The two different types of welds. He said the one on top is a $15 an hour weld. And the one on the bottom is a $30 an hour weld. And that was a very powerful meme. Because when you think about our government shutting down, after so long, those people are going to be like, this is how I inspect the food when I'm getting paid. And, yeah, it passed. That's how I inspect the food when I'm not getting paid. Mm-hmm. So our food system is already broken anyway. And so then when you add in the fact that our government shuts down, it brings to light, because these people that work for the FD, when they're not getting paid, so they're going to do a worse job than they're already doing to begin with.
Right, exactly.
And so...
But then when you ask the local, I meant to tell you this. I was at Sam's Club the other day, and, you know, I made the comment to the guy that was cutting the meat. You know, I said, well, you know, at what point? And he goes, oh, no, the meat's always going to be inspected. I was like, oh, you're one of those people. He's like, no, they're never not going to inspect the meat. I said, are you sure about that? He's like, we just won't have meat. I said, well, then in that case,
I'll have meat.
We'll have meat, but
I'm gonna have.
Y'all won't.
I did not get this belly by relying on somebody else.
Right.
I'm just gonna be. Look, I'm gonna keep it real. Mm-hmm. I didn't get this fat by relying on somebody else.
Right. Exactly.
I'm gonna put it out there.
They
Look,
get brownie
fat boy
points.
like to eat. I'm not relying on somebody else to feed me because I know what I like to eat. Look, I grew up with government cheese because we was poor. I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. I get real cheese now when Mama makes it. I like Mama's cheese.
Mama hasn't perfected cheese yet.
But it's still good.
Not my favorite.
But...
And, you know, Homestead in the Highlands, she says it best. They get brownie points for going in, but they don't need to do a good job.
Yep.
You know.
And so our food system's already broken because even when they're working, 2018 was the largest year of food recalls. We had more food recalls in the year of 2018 than we ever had. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have a cow. We have
7
cows.
7. We have 7. And we have a dairy cow, and we have a dairy heifer, and then we have a beef heifer that if we really pushed her, we could probably milk her, but we really don't.
She's a beast.
But she's a beast. She is like...
She's swole.
She's just like her Hereford daddy. I mean, she is built... Yeah. She's bigger. Her sister is a year older, and she's bigger than her sister. Mm-hmm. So,
look, she's so swole, you go out into the pasture, she'll stand up and be like...
Yep. And we have, you know, we've got the beef steers. There's like 4 of them. Mm-hmm. And then we've also got a ton of pork. I mean,
yes,
like metric tons of pork.
And so, with that in mind, and I know I'm preaching to the choir tonight because everybody that's in here, y'all are all about growing your own food and raising your own food.
Hey, Commerce, Georgia, you're close.
What's up?
You're like an hour from us.
Yeah, you're an hour from us. We're over here in Elberton.
Yeah, so Mama Girl says, holy moly, you got meat. Well, that's the thing. We are carnivores here at this house.
Look,
and
Fat Boy got canines.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, I was in...
Spider-Man pigs.
Look, let me tell y'all something.
Hey, Rain Country.
I got crazy one day on Facebook. I was bored, got crazy. I joined a millennial Facebook group. Somebody in there started to tell me that I was cruel because I ate meat. And that humans weren't designed to eat meat. And I said, explain the canines. And she's like, you ain't got canine teeth. I said, what do you call the pointy teeth? The pointy ones. Right there. What do you call them? Those are not canines. Did they change the name of teeth since I've been to school?
I don't know, but Commerce is my neighbor. April, where are you at? We need to have a meetup around here somewhere then. Millennial Facebook group. That can't be good. Look, Mama Grows, I told Jason when he said he was going to go into that group, I was like, Jason, you're asking for trouble. He's like, no, I'm trying to get them to see the light.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, no.
And so I had to leave because it was not being very forthcoming for my relationship with the Lord, because
Aren't they called bicuspids?
Them people made me wanted to drink bleach. So, but
Dodge County, all right.
We can get off of this broken food system, and any little bit that you can do,
Northeastern Michigan
can do it. Like folks that raise rabbits. If you have a garage and you live in a neighborhood, you have a garage, you can raise a meat source. You can raise rabbits.
I literally rolled my eyes when you said millennial Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah, eye teeth. Some people call them eye teeth. And like Rain Country was saying, I know some very kind and humble vegans, but many of them can be so hateful.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely true. Well, excuse me while I answer this.
Be nice.
Hello.
Hi, is this Robyn?
It is.
Hey, I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna call back and talk. I'm not sure what happened. I'm sorry.
Anyway. I always wait to see if her horns and stuff come out and claws. And...
It seems to be doing okay right now, but it still seems like it's touchy here and there.
Mr. Rain in the house!
I don't know if you can send something to them to notify them or whatever, but...
So, we can get off of this broken food system. So we've started dropping trees in our front yard. There is no more grass in our front yard. We are opening it up. Raised beds are coming in. We are making, and we're trying to do this at as low cost as possible. We're building raised beds from pallets. We've got the semi hookup with pallets.
Semi hookup. We got the hookup with pallets.
And so the wonderful thing about pallets, especially where I'm getting the pallets from, I am using granite.
Oh no, now you're killing trees?
Who said that?
Rain Country.
Right. Yeah. And so the pallets that we're using are coming from the granite, which the granite is coming from China.
Not just China. It comes from everywhere. It comes from Brazil, Saudi Arabia, India, everywhere.
And before they go there, it comes from China.
No.
And so they get inspected hardcore for crazy little Chinese bugs. And so these pallets are super heat treated. And they're golden for us. It's gold for us.
I mean, we can use them for everything. All of our raised beds have been built out of them. Anytime we need to put together a coop, a little makeshift coop or whatever, our, what are those things called? The tractors. We've built tractors out of them and everything. So it's definitely been, it's nice because it's not just from my shop, because there's actually two other distributors in the area that get these crates as well. And Blaze has befriended one of them at the other one, and so he goes over to their shop And, of course, she doesn't know that he's my son. She probably does now. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so he goes over there and gets their wood as well. Because, you know, so we have a plentiful supply. As long as the stuff's coming in, we, you know. Shay, yes, we do the essential oil classes. We moved them to Monday because we have a lot of people that go to church on Wednesday, and so they were missing it.
We would like to go to church on Wednesday.
Oh, next to Potts Farm. That's not far at all. Yeah, we're down from Royston, on the other side of Royston. So, anyway. So, yeah. And April said she's in Jefferson, so she's not far either. Yeah, we should definitely put something together and have everybody come. So, no, Eastern Standard Time at, what were we doing, 7? Yeah, because 7 o'clock.
Kitty, what time do we do our essential oil
It's 7
class?
o'clock because we give ourselves enough time before 9 for two family.
Yes.
So at 7. We go at 7. Because I can't do it in an hour. And I don't want to have to feel rushed. And I don't want to have to, you know, go over their time. So if they show up at your house, put them to work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, always.
Look, I ain't scared to hand somebody a shovel.
Mm-hmm. You can start making hay feeders to sell from all those pallets. Willow Creek Homestead's making them. A market for Homestead stuff around you. Not so much. Whoa, Mama Rain has you guys on the big screen. No,
I'm
around
on the big
here,
screen. I'm on the big screen.
Around here, a lot of people do a lot of cattle farming, or they have pigs, or they have goats or whatever. So it's not so much right here, but in the area we do.
Yeah. I would love to spend the afternoon with Rain Country.
Why?
Well, first I'd have to make sure there's a good distance between us because she's like a 50-degree black belt.
She's a ninja, yeah.
Like a ninja.
Yeah.
And so I don't, in case I say anything stupid, I want to have some distance. In case she tries to go upside my head, I can see it coming.
Yeah,
but
April, we have lots of chicken farms too. Oh yes, we definitely barter. we pay a lot of stuff in barter. And I have a frying pan. You know what she hasn't pulled out yet? It's coming.
Right there.
There it is.
Some people just don't.
Heidi, I just want you to know I have missed you. I am so glad you decided to come in tonight.
Yeah,
yeah, there's a 1,000-acre cattle farm across from me. Hey, sneak one of the bulls out and bring it over here. We need a bull.
And this is how Big Bear went to jail.
She'll take it out on me.
So I'm excited this year. And Rain Country, if you don't mind, I may reach out to you because I'm thinking about doing a bunch of our herbs in self-watering containers and hanging them on a fence. I've seen a lot of those type of recycled projects where they put like maybe some chives and some
oregano. There's a lot of them.
Stuff like that in there, and I just like to know if you've ever done anything like that.
Right.
And
when's Daisy's baby shower? I don't think she got pregnant, honestly. I don't think she was out long enough, but some hanging pots for herbs have not worked well for me. Yeah.
That's what I was afraid of.
I think what I would rather do is some of our big containers that we have, I would rather do like a big something or other where we can do like a cover and then do one that grows taller.
Well, in our raised beds, we are going to show companion planting, square foot gardening, and then just planting in a raised bed. Square foot gardening is a good way for folks that like Lone Star. Is Lone Star even in here?
Haven't seen him.
He has a very limited amount of space.
Rain Country is in Washington State. Yes.
She's up there with Yush. What's his name?
She does not like to be associated with that dude at all. Because I remember her talking about him. Yeah, the wettest part of Washington State. Yeah. I don't know. We're in the wettest part of Georgia right now. For the next couple of months, anyway. Yeah. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
I don't remember now what that...
I was just going to talk about Punxsutawney and...
Yes! That's what I was enjoying.
Beauregard.
Yes. Okay, so... Fun-filled fact.
Nick Dodge, that's it.
Fun-filled fact. Punxsutawney Phil said... Early spring.
Yep.
The Georgia rat... What's his name? General Lee?
Mr. Rain cracks me up. Rain country is in rain country. Hey, I wear aprons.
So, Punxsutawney said early spring.
Right. Now tell him what. Yeah.
The one in Georgia, the rat in Georgia, what's his name?
General Beauregard Lee. Uh-huh. Yep.
Said, you guys have 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
Now, here is a crazy fact.
Because everybody knows Punxsutawney.
Everybody knows Punxsutawney.
Right.
Punxsutawney Phil... Wait a minute, let me get it pulled up here. You sent a text, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Punxsutawney Phil has only been right 39% of the time.
But every year... Everybody watches Phil, right? Everybody watches Punxsutawney Phil.
Right.
Right. Now, listen.
General Lee.
From Georgia.
From the Georgia rat.
The Georgia rat.
Has been accurate 94% of the time.
And what did that rat say?
6 more weeks of winter. But, let's be honest. We live in the South. Don't neither one of those rats mean anything to us, because on a dime, our weather can go, you know what, I want to be hot today. Vroom.
Yep. Listen to the rat. So 6 weeks means, but see, and that's the thing. 6 weeks means middle of March, which is right in line with what we were saying. So, to us, that's still just about right. Because we're saying middle of March to the end of March is going to be the last frost date. So, we're kind of, we're kind of thinking he's right on schedule of 6 more weeks and then we're good to go.
Yeah.
So I'll take Lee over Punxsutawney Phil.
It's just funny how the Southern rat... is right 94% of the time.
It's 94% accurate.
And the Yankee rat, 39% of the time. Just saying.
You guys got a rat. I got an old guy next door that tells me how it is with his bad knees.
And I would listen to him before I would listen to anything.
Now, that's a good point, Mr. Rain. I think a lot of people, there's some all throughout the country that have jumped on the bandwagon of the Punxsutawney Phil thing. So he asked, does the rat prophesy the whole country or just the South? They're all, I think it's all somewhat... regional. Regional.
I think it's all a bunch of hogwash. You know what I think they should do? Is they should announce next year, Hollywood, listen to me. You'll make crazy money with this. Listen to me. I'm for real. I think Hollywood should announce that they are going to release on Groundhog Day the sequel to Groundhog Day. But they really only re-release the first movie.
I loved Ray Country. She had a quote from the movie in there. Phil gets pulled out of his burrow before dawn, so how the heck does he see a shadow?
Did you ever go pro on the belly button thing?
Wait, what?
What?
Did you ever go pro on the belly button thing? I don't know what she's talking about. A Southern Rat wouldn't make a good movie. I don't know. Oh, they showed it today. Yeah. Well, and today was warm here too. I think we were in this side of your eye. They're still talking about Groundhog Day. Yeah,
yes.
I was trying to keep up with it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Yeah. A GoPro on the belly button. Does that mean he goes weeks this time? We were 63 today. Yeah. The thing is that our temperature has been, like today, it was in the 50s, 60s, somewhere around in there.
It was hot enough today that I actually took my jacket off. I left my jacket hanging on the front porch.
And you broke the... Anyway.
I broke the hook? Mm-hmm. Oh, well. It was a cheap hook. And,
Big Bear can GoPro on the belly button.
Wow. See? You didn't learn. You didn't take notes with the whole keto country thing, and you gonna jump? You know, I thought we bonded today.
The ache you have with your joints and bones is correct. They hurt with the change in the barometer. That's true. I mean, and somebody said aching bones never lie. So, only made it to 30 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I took jacket off, took the sweatshirt off, and I was actually sweating today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were working pretty, so it's definitely, and we're used to this. It'll go up real high and then it'll go down real low and then we've got roller coaster winter here. I mean, it goes from 23 to
somebody said it
63.
Best. Our weather's bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it definitely happens. So, we've had a lot of rain. And it seems like in the past couple of years that it's been that way.
I'm starting to feel like we live in Washington State.
I mean, Jason can't... We are now in February, and seriously, he has not put any steel in the ground for 2 months because it's been raining that whole time.
And it has affected my mood.
Yeah.
Not being able to go trapping has affected my mood.
Yeah. Yeah, Mother Nature's off her meds.
I'm like trying to catch the kids now. I'm setting traps in front of their door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was crazy like that. I got excited because it started getting cold during deer season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because remember, you and Ladessa were going out and you're all wrapped up.
And I was getting excited. I was like, this deer season's going to be good. And then it was rain.
Yeah.
And I have not seen or hiding our hair of anybody talking about the amount of deer that they got this year or how many. And I know it had to be a low year because the guy that we used to take our deer to have them processed when I didn't feel like doing it, just to help pay him, put some money in his pocket for him and his family. He usually calls me by now and says, hey, I've had so many people not pick up their deer meat. I'll sell it to you. I'll give you like 3 or 4 deer for $90.
Yeah.
And he hasn't called me yet.
Yeah, so it seems like it's been... I killed 3 last year, but it didn't hurt as much. Usually get 5 to 6. Didn't hunt as much. Yeah, we didn't see nearly... in just an example... normally you see them dead on the side of the road when there's a population boom. And we hardly saw any. That's funny. Everybody's like, people actually do that? Yes. They will drop their deer off and then not pick it up, not pay for it. Yep. Happens all the time around here.
All the time.
You can call processors because usually... The end of the season's like, what?
It was January 13th this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of these processors, they also do cow and pigs. And so they only have, by law, they have a certain time window. They got to have that stuff out of their shop. Mm-hmm. And so they'll start letting full processed 3-4 deer go for like $90, $90 to $100. What?
The local food bank received over 200 pheasants from the local shooting estate because people didn't pick them up.
I believe that.
Yeah, that happens all the time, CD, and they kill them and they take the head and then they leave the body to rot.
Yeah, I will slap somebody down if I catch them doing that.
If we ever saw that, ooh.
and then I take the head and the deer from them.
Hello, Shanna's Country Charm. But
Yeah.
yeah, it does. It happens a lot around here. And like, if you're ever hurting for deer meat around deer season, you can call a processor and just tell them, you know, hey, this is what we're looking for some. If you need it, you know, that's fine. So,
All right, Elk and Anchor, y'all have a good night, man. We love
good
y'all.
night. I found a pheasant farm about 15 minutes from the house. Not
Hey,
always.
was that Shannon's Country? Shanna's Country Charm. How you doing?
Anyway.
So, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, unfortunately. But so we almost have the walls done. I'm hoping to decorate tomorrow. But I gotta get chalk first.
Yes. For those of you that don't know, I was lied to. I was told we need to make a command center.
Willy Wonka Brown. Thank you.
We need to make a command center. So that way we can put the menu up so Carol doesn't get confused.
Mm-hmm.
And we can keep everything organized. And I was like, yeah, that's a real cool idea. Okay, let's go get some. We'll go get some chalkboard paint. When you hear chalkboard paint, what color are you thinking? Black, right?
Black or green.
Boom. I can do it. We talked. We're going to do these two walls. It's this little L here to match with this one over here.
Rainbow Valley's like, not anymore.
So we go to the Home Depot,
Mm.
and this little heifer says,
Do you want the black or
do you want the black or do you want
tinted?
one of the colors? And Robyn was like, huh? She's actually did the female version of the Tim Allen grunt.
I was like, hmm?
She went, huh? And I went, oh no. And the lady flipped the can around, and there was like 20 colors.
No,
Black.
it was like 10. It's not a whole lot of colors, but it's enough, you know. It's definitely enough to make a choice from.
So, okay, Brian Bowl said John Noe in Ohio used to raise them also. Speaking of J-No, I don't know which one of y'all did it, but it is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
After the live stream.
After the live stream, when we were talking about J-No last time, and I said, oh, that's right. It's his turn to call me, and he hasn't called me yet. Somebody went to J-No's channel, and I love you for this. I absolutely love you for this. Went to his channel, left a comment on there that says, oh, by the way, Big Bear says it's your turn to call, and the month's almost up.
And it's your turn.
It's your turn. He called me. He called me and said, hey, man.
Don't look at me.
Hey, man, it's, hey, I heard it was my turn to call. I said, yeah, you know it's your turn to call. I called you at Christmas. He's like, yeah, and then afterwards, he was like, yeah, man, one of your people came in and said, yeah, Big Bear said it's your turn to call, so I figured I'd call you. So now, you know, I should do him wrong. See, he just called me the other day, and it was the end of February, or end of January. See, we in February now, so by rights, I could call him and be like, hey, dude. But I wouldn't do that to him. We had a great conversation. He is doing great. He's getting ready to enter some more catfish tournaments. So things are going great for J-No. Y'all just keep sending him the love. Watch his coffee chats. He's not able to do as many videos as he was before. But he's barely ever home, y'all. He's working hard, getting a bait business up off the ground, and then he's getting invited to catfish tournaments, and he placed in a tournament, got a check. He so you know, the Lord is smiling on him, and we need to be behind old J-No. He's a big goofy dude, and I love him to death.
Yes, Shanna, we are.
But But what were we talking about before?
I don't even remember.
What were we talking about before we went on with Jano? What were we talking about?
Oh, about the command center. You said you were allowed to. Oh, so we got the color.
Okay. So this heifer at the Home Depot, right? She talking about, oh, you want to get a color? And I'm like, She turned the can around. Whole bunch of colors. And I was like, this is not going to end well.
Oh, and then the worst part was they only had 2 cans.
Yeah.
Of the tinted kind, and they had 2 cans of the black kind, so we had to decide which one we were going to get.
And so I was like, oh. And she's like, well, what color do you want to do? And I was like,
Not picking.
13 years of being married to you, any color I pick is going to be wrong. So, I'm not choosing.
Mm-hmm.
This one, we need to have a family meeting. Why do we need to have a family meeting? I want to get the kids' input. Why? They don't pay rent. They don't pay taxes. They mooch. They eat all of the food, especially Ladessa. Ladessa will eat the food. She will hide in the corn. Take a watermelon. One of them little baby watermelons. Sugar baby watermelons. And she will bust it over in her knee like she's a cave woman. Ga 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 ga. Ga 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 ga
You'll
ga
see
ga.
this like, you know how they eat like this and then there's all this stuff on the side of their face.
So why do we need to get their opinion? And so we have to go out of our Home Depot because you get no cell service inside the Home Depot where it's warm. To go stand out in the cold. To go on speakerphone. To have a family meeting. To ask about what color chalkboard paint they want.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like 6 hours later.
You love to exaggerate. It was like 5 minutes. It was not that big of a deal. It really wasn't. And I had already made up my mind of what color I wanted. I just had to convince them that that's what they wanted. So, you know.
But we had to have a family meeting.
Yeah.
Here's my family meeting. If I made up the mind about my color. Oh, this is the color we paint the wall. Boom. Family meeting over. Oh, you don't like it? I'm sorry. Go get a job. Mm-hmm. Move out.
But by allowing them to think that they were involved in the process, now that we're using that as a behavior modification, they're invested in it. Because
they were good kids
color.
Anyway.
No, but yes, they are good children, but you got to keep them motivated to keep doing well. I mean, they can slack off at any time.
I got a good motivator.
Not too many ladies would not choose melted chocolate. Yeah, so the color is dark. It's brown.
It's doo-doo brown. To make no mistake. Huh?
Your doo-doo doesn't look that color.
It is after I eat a taco. It is doo-doo brown. Like remember the book? Remember the joke? Brown stains on the wall by Who Flung Pooh? That's my house now.
Poop butt. There you go. Yep, that's true.
I'm painting this wall. Ladessa comes in and she's like, it looks like Willy Wonka's house. And I got to looking at it and I'm like, yeah, looks like chocolate wallpaper.
Mm-hmm. Don't lick it. Don't lick it.
I bet you, mark my words, Ladessa's going to try it.
I mean, she might when she's trying to lick the chalk off of it, but... Did you lick it, Jason?
No, I didn't lick it. Of course I didn't lick it.
Yeah. So basically, we went ahead with the brown color because the girls are really into Harry Potter right now. So we're going to decorate it in a Harry Potter kind of theme. Kind of an imagination. What?
Kathleen, she said, now, Jason, the brown goes with your gardening project. It will inspire composting. Yes, but you need to have more greens than browns.
This is true. So anyway, we're going to start looking for ideas, and we welcome any suggestions. We're going to decorate this room kind of like a, it is pretty close to your hat color. Yeah, it is. It's pretty close. We're going to decorate it kind of like a Hogwarts kind of thing.
I need to clean this.
I would love to see if there was a way for us to make a chandelier using some of our, because we've got to rip out one of the grapevines that's dead. The one that's dead but still had a little bit of growth that I can't really bring back. I'm wondering if I can make a chandelier out of all of that grapevine, the heavy grapevine. Just saying. What?
No.
Why not?
Because I want my ceiling fan in there.
We don't need a ceiling fan in there.
Okay.
Not in there.
Listen to me now. This is why I say we need a ceiling fan in there. Okay? When Blaze started cooking, we had a lot of smoky days. When Carol started smoking,
she started
cooking,
smoking.
We had smoky days. We got one more kid that's gonna learn cooking, and we got one more round of smoky days.
Homestead in the Highlands. His hat's brown. His boots are brown. His logo's brown. His chair's brown. But having a wall brown is bad.
And so the ceiling fans in the kitchen. We got ceiling fans in the dining room. Mm-hmm. Okay?
There's ceiling fans in every room of the house.
Exactly.
We can deal without one in the dining room.
Do not turn the air conditioning on till like July, August.
Just saying.
Just saying.
No. We could sacrifice the one.
No, we're not sacrificing. Put my foot down.
What's up, cat? So, anyway, we're going to start looking into some vinyl stuff.
But see, I love how you just cut me off after I got done talking about the paint. But yet you're not going to let me talk about how it went from this tiny wall to this tiny wall. And then you jumped and went to this big wall. And then you jumped and went over to this wall.
I painted 2 of the 4 walls.
We only have 3 walls.
We have a really interesting house if we only have 3 walls.
The rest of them are windows.
There is a wall there. There's windows.
This much space between a window does not count as a wall. You can't hang a picture on it.
One light on each end of the room. Yeah, so, so basically what happened is we were going to do just the one, no, I didn't paint the whole room. I'm going to do like a little video thing, but you'll get to see. But here's the idea. We are going to do the command center area is going to have, there's going to be a calendar for when bills are due. So we're going to have a full calendar for that. Mm-hmm. On that also is going to have like Blaze's work schedule, my work schedule, if Jason has anything due for his school, anything like that, VA appointments, all of that's going to be on the calendar. But that calendar's got to be decent size because you just heard all the stuff that I'm saying needs to be on that calendar. So that's going to be a decent size. Then on one section, we're going to have the menu. And our menu consists of lunches and dinners. We don't do breakfast, but lunches and dinners are on there. So we have to have a room for that. I would like to have an area for a prayer list to be able to anybody to add whatever because we're in that room all the time. It'll be right there in our face. So I want to have that. I also need an area for the kids for their schoolwork. What things they're supposed to be doing in their school stuff. So there's a lot of information that needs to go on that wall. Okay? So I painted the one wall that, but then on the other side, we have already a whiteboard and a chalkboard that was made out of like contact paper. So we have one over there, and that's going to have all of our like room of the day stuff, chores, things like that. And then we're going to do what we call WOW.
Good night, Duncan.
Which is word of the week. Okay, good question. Lost Dude says, why not use the calendar on your phones? Because my kids don't have cell phones. And my son has a cell phone, but we don't sync up everybody's calendar. This is meant to be for everybody to know what everybody else is doing. And one of the reasons I put the menu up is because the kids need to know what meat needs to be pulled out to thaw. If I just randomly ask Jason, hey, what are we having for lunch today? He'll be able to go straight to it and go, we're having chicken Alfredo for lunch, whatever, you know, and it's there. So by doing it this way, it is a central location, because then also the other things we've got YouTube videos that we want to do. If there's any kind of B-roll shots that we want to get done, because Blaze works nights, if there's any kind of B-roll shots that Jason would like and he wants Blaze to do, like if it's something Blaze is building or doing and we need Blaze in the shot, then that way Blaze knows these are shots I need to get this week. And then that way it makes it nice. So we have it all set up so that, you know, everything will be organized and it'll all be in one central location. That's basically the gist of it.
Yeah.
So, go buy 6 more pots. Actually, you would be surprised. In the area that we have, it's a pretty decent sized room. Mm-hmm. We have those 2 little things have pretty much done the 2 walls.
Yeah.
So we could we could probably get 1 more pot because of how many windows are on those other 2 walls. We could probably get away with only 1 more pot if we were to do the other 2 walls.
I just don't understand. I guess just to make it match, but there's really like no space between those windows.
There's really not much room. So anyway, what we then started thinking about is that with it being chalkboard paint, we know that Carol has embraced her inner artist right now.
Yeah.
So it would be ridiculous for us to put chalkboard paint up and not let them use it. I mean, that's just asking a child to fail, and that we're not that.
And that's why we picked the dining room, because it does have, well, one, we spend a tremendous amount of time in there, dinners, game night, everything. And
it's right off the kitchen too, so it's, you know, we're constantly.
And it literally just has this wall over here, this tiny wall here, this tiny wall here, this tiny wall here, doorway, decent sized wall, and then it's windows, a door to death, and then more windows.
Carol will be 13 at the end of this month.
Yeah.
So we decided that we would invest in a couple. Yeah, you could play Pictionary. You know, another thing is if Ladessa is doing her schoolwork in there, she can go, and that was my thought process is on the other side, because the command wall is here. On this side, if Ladessa wants to work out a math problem or something, or diagram a sentence, she can do it right there on that wall. And so...
All right, Mr. and Mrs. Rain, y'all have a good night.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for dropping by.
It's great to see you guys again. Come back again, please.
Yes,
we missed y'all.
We missed you. So, yeah, so that was the whole idea, was that we would be able to encourage them to write on it, to draw on it, to be expressive on it. You know, the other thing I was saying earlier is we've got a word of the week. So, you know, writing out the word, putting stuff on that, you know, that's what we're trying to encourage. So,
we've got, Robyn does the word of the week. She puts up a quote for the week.
Inspirational quote for the week. Bible verse. And then we have right across the wall that goes from the living room to the dining room, or the dining room to the living room, I'm going to put up our family motto on there.
Yeah.
So.
And our family motto comes from our my grandfather's side of the McGrady side, and it is
Good night, Liz.
Wounded but never conquered.
Mm-hmm.
And that has really been the backbone to our life.
Approach to everything, yeah.
Because that's one thing, nobody can ever accuse us of ever taking the easy road or the path of least resistance. Because
Not Keto Country. Blah, blah, blah. I always want to say family. Keto Country Homestead.
Remember, get them knees up, bruh.
I think that was actually a cat, but
and so there has been times that the world has knocked us to our knees.
mm-hmm.
And we wanted, there was times that we may wanted to give up.
Hey, Freedom
What's
Homestead.
up, Freedom Homestead? But we never did.
Right.
And it is a very important motto in our life.
Yes.
Just like when Robyn puts up the quote, that quote of the week, usually God has a way of making it relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Same way with the Bible verses.
Mm-hmm.
He leads us to pick the verse that makes it relevant of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and of course, Robyn always puts up her school word up there. That even me, I got to go look it up most of the time.
What was the word this week? I don't remember.
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent, yeah. Ambivalent. So, yeah, so they have to be able to spell it, and they have to be able to use it in a sentence by the end of the week and give me kind of a rough, in their own words, kind of definition.
Mama Grows Good, do you guys go off the farm to go to church?
Not right yet.
We are trying to get to a church that's about an hour from us. It was recommended to us.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get... The last 2 Sundays, the devil has gotten in the way, and we weren't able to go. And tomorrow is no different. But most of the churches around here are country clubs, not churches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a church right at the end of our driveway that we tried going to, and that is, they might as well just take church off of it and call it a country club.
And that's really, that's sad to me. Mm-hmm. It bothers me that that's an issue. What's up? Oh.
We were just talking about you.
Here comes the guy with the camera now. Yeah.
We had some issues in the thing, so.
Yeah, this one isn't a Southern Baptist, it's a Methodist church. Yeah. And so, yeah. Whatchamacallit is a good word, too. And a candy bar. Yeah,
that's a great candy bar. I love that candy bar. You can hardly find that candy bar anymore.
Yeah. You have to look in the gas stations.
Yeah.
Unless your gas stations have them now. That's about it.
Blaze, you need to check Instagram. Lost Dude made a comment on that video.
What video?
Oh, I posted the video of y'all with the tree.
Yeah.
Country clubs or political rallies. Yeah, that happens a lot around here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then our other issue is because of where we live, there's a lot of elbow rubbing. Like what you were saying with the country club kind of thing, that everybody goes to everybody else's church to be able to do business with each other.
Yeah. And when I go to church, I just want to learn about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
April said, vending machine at work has them all the time. 10 pounds later.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, that's 9:27. Well, it was getting tired.
Well, guys, thanks for sticking around with us through all of the technical difficulties that we had in the beginning. Don't forget to go over to Keto Country Homestead and like
their video.
his video.
I wonder what
Week 4, we hit a plateau in keto. That way we can get him doing an hour and a half of cardio, if not longer. And don't forget to, when you guys are praying tonight, to say a prayer for Elk and Anchor Homestead.
Yeah, definitely.
It's horrible what they have to go through, but their faith is strong. But it's still good to pray for them, help them even be stronger.
Yeah.
So,
Book review.
oh,
It's horrible.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't even finish the book. Couldn't even finish the book. It was bad. So
Good to see you live tonight. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. So you guys remember to be kind to one another. Simple manners go a long way nowadays because a lot of folks have forgotten their manners.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind to one another. Love on one another. Don't be afraid to help a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to reuse, recycle, repurpose. Keep stuff out of the landfills. Keep the plastic out of the oceans. You're killing my coral reefs.
Yep.
And Blaze's turtles. Because plastic bags look a lot like jellyfish.
There you go.
And turtles are eating them.
Poor turtles.
So every time that you get stung by a jellyfish when you go to the beach, remember, it's because of a plastic bag, because that jellyfish could have been eaten by a turtle. Just saying.
Just saying. And never run under a falling tree. I know, right?
That was the only safe way out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jay, I was going to tell you that, or not Jay. Lost dude, I was going to tell you what you can't see in the video is that right behind where he was, like it makes sense for him to go the other direction, but he wouldn't have been able to get through what all was there quickly.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of obstacles on the other side.
So, recycle, reuse, repurpose. Keep the things out of the landfill. Give our wildlife and sea life a chance. And, don't forget, tomorrow, Super Bowl edition, we are going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time till 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So that we can kick you guys over there to Roots and Refuge.
Yep.
You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. We will see you guys tomorrow. Super Bowl edition, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
All right. Good night, y'all.